What's up everyone, this is Paul from Oz Golden Rush, and today is a little special video because I would like to change the subject a little bit. As you know, we're the first mobile pawnbrokers in Australia. We work with gold, silver, jewelry, watches, and diamonds. However, today it's going to be something a little different. It's going to be about a type of metal. Which metal? Iron. Before you mine gold, before you can extract gold, before you can have such a high value metal in your possession, you need steel. Every tool, every machine, every drill, it all starts with iron. But as we approached modern times, iron was used to extract precious metals from the ground. But let's go back a couple hundred years, a couple thousand years even. What was iron really used for? I'll give you a hint. It wasn't just used to extract gold from the ground. It was also used to take gold from others that already have had it in their possession. Empires were built with it. Countries were conquered with it. Entire civilizations were even wiped out. For most of human history, men stood face to face against each other with cold steel in their hands. But why was steel so valuable? It was merely a means to an end, to obtain something that was even more valuable than steel itself, and that was gold. Gold was the prize. Gold is the resource that was used to fund armies, shape entire nations, and even dictate the entire world. What's fascinating to me is how weapons have evolved throughout our history due to factors like culture, religion, and practicality. For example, a sword that came from the Crusades, that was used by the Knight Templars, shaped exactly like a cross if you put it upside down. This reflects the influence of Christianity. Viking swords did not look like that. They were also evolving over time. However, before, Vikings had their own style of swords. In the Middle East, the scimitar. With its crescent curve, it was more agile and easier to wield than a heavier crusader sword. Eventually, even Europeans adopted similar designs, leading to sabers and fencing swords. Now let me show you a few pieces of my collection. Of course, these are just replicas. However, each piece carries a century of history. We have a traditional Finnish knife called puukko, used by northern hunters and fishermen. It's simple, sharp, and incredibly practical for skinning, carving, and survival. Mine is personally made from high-quality stainless steel, with a bone handle crafted using traditional methods. Next, this is actually a replica of the Fairbairn 6 fighting knife, a British Special Forces dagger designed for one purpose only: precision and efficiency in combat. Its origins actually trace back to ancient Rome. And last but not least, here are two Caucasian daggers, same weapon, different designs. One with a longer grip, one shorter. These blades have remained almost unchanged for centuries. Some historians actually believe that they're descendants from the Roman gladius. Others actually even trace them back further to the Scythian Akinakas, dating centuries before Christ. These designs have stood the test of time. Even today, parts of the Caucasus, men still wear them with the traditional clothing alongside the iconic papka. And now, after giving you this brief history lesson about these weapons and where they've come from, I'd like to end this video about a short story from ancient Rome. Thousands of years ago, after the Gauls defeated Rome in 390 BC, the Romans were forced to buy back their city with gold. As the gold was being weighed, the Romans protested, saying the scales were unfair. That's when the Gallic leader, Brennus, stepped forward. Without hesitation, he threw his sword onto the scale, making the Romans owe even more gold. Then he spoke the words that would echo through history: Vae victus, which means woe to the conquered. No mercy, no negotiation, no fairness. Because when you lose, you don't get to decide the terms.
But iron, cold iron shall be master of you all.